I can play with and infinity can spit them too. I flow with class just the way you like to dance. I want my rhythms to be felt through the melodies of jazz. I want my rhythms to take you on a trip. Balance good and evil, equilibrium to find a grip. I feel nostalgic, so I have to rock shit, making sure you hear me every single time I drop shit. Appreciate it, one love to all the fam. Life's my biggest test, I have to pass my exam. I've never seen this world in many different colors. My vision's getting clear and I can understand others. The lust, the greed, the anger that we feed, I don't need it in my life, all I need is air to breathe. I've never seen this world in many different colors. My vision's getting clear and I can understand others. The lust, the greed, the anger that we feed, I don't need it in my life, all I need is air to breathe. Visions of Gandhi, peace forever find me. In this earth I'm walking so that I can find some guidance. Most of my life I do admit that I've been lost, but I'ma find the right path no matter what it costs. I looked up to the cross once, it didn't help much. That's when I turned to music and I felt her gentle touch. Woman caressing, almost like a blessing. I've never turned away and I will never find me stressing. This world is hard to understand within your lifespan. I wish it was as simple as just setting up a mic stand, but it ain't like that. Sometimes you get me down, you gotta stand and gotta fight back and get right back up on your feet complete. You can't defeat the one of many peacekeepers on the streets. I preach on the beats, I breathe and always practice what I preach. I don't make a promise if it's way beyond my reach. I've never seen this world in many different colors. My vision's getting clear and I can understand others. The lust, the greed, the anger that we feed, I don't need it in my life, all I need is air to breathe. I've never seen this world in many different colors. My vision's getting clear and I can understand others. The lust, the greed, the anger that we feed, I don't need it in my life, all I need is air to breathe. I made a journey here, labeled as an immigrant. Promised to myself I'd never remain full of ignorance. Some of my friends weren't even friends, I had to find out the means of my own methods, man. I swear it fucked my mind out, but yo, whatever, enjoy the Cali weather. I know sooner or later everything will come together. I found a peace of mind deep inside the art of rhyming. After that I knew that everything would be just fine. I lived the life of a poet and a peasant. Stop living in the past, man, start living in the present. My dad works 2 jobs here are fucking him. Trying to make some money for the fam, he be hustling, but he's sustaining. You bet your life he's straining. So yeah, I get pissed off when you suckers start complaining. The life
What do you want others to learn from what you're going through?
Well, I mean, I have been happy to speak out about my experience in the hopes that it might help other people who are in my situation. Like I said, I've been really lucky to have supportive medical care throughout my COVID experience and ongoing. But I know that's not the case for everybody, and so perhaps there have been people who, were sick with COVID, and they just have not been able to get back to their regular functioning or themselves, and they're still not feeling right. And I would say definitely go, keep talking to your doctors. And the second part is just to have public awareness to, please take this virus seriously. It's not, it's not a hoax. Proof of my experiences is proof of that. It can be completely debilitating, even for a young person without a pre-existing health condition. And we just don't know how this is going to look yet, and how it's going to evolve. So please be careful. Take care of your loved ones. Wear masks. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Stay home. All of the things that we're hearing from our Minister of Health.
Katie, I really appreciate your spending time with us and your sharing your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You take care. All the best to you.
You take care too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Katie McLean is a COVID-19 patient, and Dr. Iris Gorfinkel, thank you to you as well for your time. Appreciate it. Dr. Iris Gorfinkel is a family physician, a vaccine researcher, and a regular health contributor here at CBC. 12:33 now, 1:33 in the Mountain Time Zone. This is BC Today here on CBC Radio 1. Up next, the CBC News with Robert Zimmerman.
Good afternoon. TransLink is warning passengers that ongoing computer issues are affecting the use of credit and debit cards. The Transit Authority says it had to disable a number of computer systems because of some suspicious activity. Compass cards are still working. A fourth person has been charged in a fatal shooting a little more than a year ago in Surrey. 30-year-old Andrew Baldwin was gunned down in his home. Munroop Hire has been charged with first-degree murder. Baldwin's death came just 3 weeks after his younger brother Keith was shot and killed in Chilliwack. And for the fifth consecutive month, demand for real estate in the Fraser Valley shows record growth. The real estate board says sales were up 55% in November compared to the same month last year. A quick look at the forecast on the north coast. Increasing cloudiness this afternoon with strong winds and a high of 13. Highs around 4 and clearing in the Peace region. In the central interior, sunny with a high of 1. Highs reaching 2 with a mix of sun and cloud in the Kootenays. In the southern interior, sunny with a high of +1. And for Metro Vancouver and the south coast, lots of sunshine this afternoon with highs around 9 degrees. I'll have more local news at the top of the hour. Now back to Michelle with BC Today.
Thank you so much, Rob. That's Robert Zimmerman with your CBC News Update. Welcome back. This is BC Today here on CBC Radio 1. I'm Michelle Elliott. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're tuning in from Williams Lake, you're getting us at 92.1 FM. In Vernon at 106.5 FM. Online, you can listen live, cbc.ca/BC or on your CBC Listen app. 2 days from now, we will be in full flight with the 34th annual CBC British Columbia Food Bank Day. It's the one day of the year we set aside for special programming in support of the 100 food banks in our province. And here's one of the people who will benefit from your generosity.
Yes, hi, my name is Andrew J. I come to the Richmond Food Bank because my cupboards are bare, and I'm in a situation currently where I just really can't afford to eat healthily. Some things are the same every week, but pretty much every time that I come here, there's always seems to be something special. A couple of times I arrive and they hand me a $25 card that I can go up to my a particular local grocery store, and I can get what I need. It's happened to me twice. That $25 just made a big difference. Over the last few years, I've been volunteering at Canucks hockey games. I help raise money for Canucks for Kids Fund. So I sell 50-50 tickets, and sometimes we have $1 million jackpots. But I like to think that even though I can't physically work, I can still contribute to things that are important to society. For my society to be better and stronger and more caring, it's the least I can do. I'm looking forward, and I'm saying this is what I'm going to do to help make tomorrow better, to make our community and our country a better place for all.
Andrew, thank you very much for sharing your story and your community spirit. This Friday, December 4th is our annual CBC British Columbia Food Bank Day, and things will be different. No live music or studio guests, and we will not have a phone room this year. You can donate online though, cbc.ca/foodbankday. And if you can't donate online and need to do it on the phone, you can leave your name and number at 1-866-226-4642. And someone from Food Banks BC will call you back. That number again, 1-866-226-4642. It's 12:38 now, 1:38 in the Mountain Time Zone, and this holiday season is going to be different. Whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or any other holiday celebration, we likely won't be having our usual gatherings. But there are creative ways to be festive this season. Jen Arbo is a parent in New Westminster, and here's what she's doing in her neighborhood.
I've gotten a couple neighborhood small grants previously, and so I'm aware of their program, and I'm on their sort of email list, and they put out a notice letting everyone know that responsive grants were available, and those are specific to the pandemic. So I put in an application and said I wanted to invest in some really bright and cheerful decorations for my alley. I mean, alleys typically aren't lit for pedestrians, but this particular alley is the popular pedestrian walkway. So I was delighted that I was approved and decided to invest in a whole bunch of little twinkly lights. I already have a little free library, so we're decorating that like a little gingerbread house. And then we have a little wish box, so people can take a token, which looks like a little snowflake, and they can make a wish and put it into the wish box so that we can see 2020 out and welcome 2021 with high hopes.
That sums it up, I think. Thank you very much to Jen Arbo, and we'd love to hear from you as well. How are you switching up your holiday traditions this year? Are you trying something new? What are you doing to have a festive and safe holiday season? Give us a call, 1-800-825-5950. In Metro Vancouver, it's 604-669-3733. On your cell phone, star or pound 690. You can tweet us as well at BC Today or email us bctoday@cbc.ca.
That's right, Szechuan, both an extra kick, sweet yet spicy, smooth yet tangy. I'm getting hungry. It's one of 3 sandwiches in McDonald's Spicy McChicken Challenge. Back for a limited time. Get your hands on it before March 22nd to see if it gives you Spice Face at participating McDonald's.
At London Drugs, we think you deserve a good deal. And we also think you deserve the best quality. That's why we created the Buy London Drugs family of brands. With over 400 well-made and well-priced products, ranging from trusted electronics to everyday essentials, vitamins, unexpected treasures, and more. Because you deserve the best quality at the best price. No compromise. At London Drugs, you don't just get a good deal, you get a good deal better. Shop our brands in-store or online.
Every day, Cypress Coach Lines takes skiers skiing and boarders boarding. Pick up from the Vancouver Art Gallery or Lonsdale PC bus on specially prepared COVID-safe shuttles. So grab your board and get on board at cypresscoachlines.com.
There's technology you want.
This is a really cool game. The graphics are unreal.
Technology you need.
The battery on this phone is really disappointing.
And technology you just kind of want to know about.
Yeah, sure, the SpaceX rocket exploded, but it wasn't a total failure.
If it's happening in the world of technology, it's on Tech Bites with David Schellenberg, a podcast for total tech nerds.
Hey!
And aspiring technology enthusiasts. Download the Tech Bites podcast at stingraypodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Staying in control of your money can be tough. Luckily, the CIBC Smart Account helps by actively monitoring your everyday banking. It even sends you alerts when you may be short funds and reminders about upcoming payments, so you avoid unnecessary fees and stay in control of your money. Open your CIBC Smart Account today. Get $300 and pay no monthly fee for up to 12 months. That's not just smart, that's everyday smart.
Regional Coordinator and Criminal Lawyer Kyla Lee have been our guests. Thank you very much to all of you.
Jenny Cooper, who's dead.
Death is her living.
I'm just trying to put a picture together of how he died.
And she won't rest until she uncovers the truth.
You know, it is my mission as coroner to speak for the dead so that I can protect the living.
Don't miss the hit drama series, Coroner. New episode, tonight at 9:30 in Newfoundland on CBC.
Hello there, I'm Andrew Chang. Tonight on The National, we are in Iowa as the Democrats begin to choose a presidential nominee to face Donald Trump, and how the coronavirus is causing mistrust in Hong Kong. Join us for The National tonight at 10:30 in Newfoundland on CBC Television.
From CBC News, The World This Hour, I'm Tom Harrington. Chinese authorities say the death toll from the coronavirus outbreak is now at 425, with the total number of confirmed cases in the country rising to almost 20,500. Meantime, Ottawa has released more details on the efforts to bring Canadians in Wuhan back home.
We have been working around the clock with our officials to assist those Canadians wishing to leave the region of China currently under quarantine.
Foreign Affairs Minister François-Philippe Champagne says the government has several protocols in place to keep the evacuees and others safe. The CBC's David Thurton has more details.
At a briefing today, Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister says about 300 people have requested help getting out, but only 280 have Canadian passports. François-Philippe Champagne says Ottawa has secured a second plane if needed.
But should we miss a few seats, we have secured a second plane. We bought an option over the weekend to have a second plane ready to go.
Before evacuees embark the chartered flight, they will go through multiple screenings from both the Chinese and Canadian medical personnel. No sick evacuees will be allowed on board. Health Minister Patty Hajdu says if a passenger falls sick en route, they'll be isolated on board. The plane will refuel in Vancouver before it lands at its final destination, CFB Trenton. The passengers will be quarantined for 2 weeks at the Southern Ontario military base. David Thurton, CBC News, Ottawa.
Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe is appointing a mediator to end a confrontational lockout at the Co-op refinery in Regina.
It is our strong belief that a negotiated settlement is possible, and it is in the best interests of all parties. But if this offer is not accepted, the dispute will continue. But what will not continue are the illegal activities that are occurring out at the Co-op refinery.
The company locked out hundreds of employees in early December in a dispute that mainly centers around pensions. Co-op is one of 4 refineries in Western Canada. The Premier calls the barricades illegal and says part of the conditions for bringing in a mediator would be to take them down. Closing arguments took place today in President Trump's impeachment trial. Senators are expected to vote Wednesday on whether to acquit Trump. Today, House prosecutors argued the president's conduct represents a pattern of behavior that, left unchecked, would allow him to cheat in this year's election. But one of Trump's lawyers, Ken Starr, says removing him from office would nullify the outcome of the 2016 election.
Your vote in the last election is hereby declared null and void. And by the way,
Email onthecoast@cbc.ca and our talkback lines are open anytime. You can call 604-662-6979. It is Eating Disorder Awareness Week. Around the province, you've heard the snow alert for the South Coast area. We're expecting 10 to 20 centimeters, and that's from Vancouver Island across the Sunshine Coast, Gulf Islands, Vancouver, North Shore, and right through to the Fraser Valley. It is going to turn to rain by Wednesday. We do have snowfall warnings up for the inland sections of the north coast as well. Terrace, Kitimat, and Smithers up to 25 centimeters expected. But the coastal areas will get rain instead. It's going to be mostly cloudy in the Peace region. No snow for you tomorrow. Highs around 0. In Prince George, though, in the central interior, snow in the forecast overnight tonight and tomorrow, highs near the freezing mark. Southern interior, the Okanagan, will be clear and cool overnight, but the snow should begin at about noon tomorrow. For the West Kootenays, yes, you do have a chance of seeing some snow tomorrow, but it's going to be mainly sunny in the East Kootenays for tomorrow. Well, the first results of the Iowa presidential caucus should begin trickling in this hour. 7 Democratic candidates are mounting competitive campaigns in the state. All hope for their name to be on the presidential ticket this November. There are also Republican caucuses, which U.S. President Donald Trump is expected to win. But for the Democrats, Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren, all names being considered right now by Iowans. Well, joining us now is David Miviser, an American Democrat living in Vancouver, and he is on his way back right now from Iowa. David, hello.
Hey, thank you. Yeah.
How tough is it to be on your way back and not in Iowa when the caucuses are underway?
Well, it would be a lot of fun to be there, but I think the work is done, and we'll see what the outcome within hours.
Why was it important for you to go to Iowa this year?
Well, Iowa really sets the tone for the whole rest of the the primary season and the nominations process. Iowa is the first. So it demonstrates who is out in front, who has the capacity to lead. We'll see. We'll find that out, by tomorrow morning.
What was your sense for the time that you did spend there?
Well, I was amazed at the energy of people coming to Iowa from all over the place to support Bernie Sanders. That's what I saw. You see posters and billboards and tons of TV ads for all the candidates, but the people on the ground are for Bernie. I went to Davin.